Yo, what's poppin', people? Your boy Snacks is back in the building with another banger. And you know how we do. Before we get started, we got to give a shout out to you, the viewer, for taking the time out to stop by and watch this video. But while you're here, do us a solid, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to leave your comments down in the comment section. And y'all know, before we get started, before we do anything, we got to give a shout out to our ladies, the CU aunties, who always, I mean, always showing support, showing love. So if you see them in the comment section or if you stop by the live stream and they are in the chat, make sure you acknowledge them and say what's up. But today is one of them days where it's just a lot of crap going on, and we gonna go ahead and deal with it. So let's talk about it. Now, your boy has been seeing a lot of stuff transpire over Twitter, over the internet. You know, it's just been a lot of Shedeur Sanders mishaps, a lot of bad articles, a lot of stuff that people just seem to not really just pay attention to, and it's a lot of bad articles out there about Shedeur, and people don't seem to understand that some of the things that they're watching or reading are written by a lot of AI and a lot of false articles out there about Shedeur. And now they're making their way into video form. And it's a lot of AI channels on YouTube about Shedeur. And they're starting to pop up in my feed because they're getting a lot of views. I'm talking 90, 100,000, 75,000 views because of the title of the videos. Some of them are disastrous, as these articles I'm coming across. So make sure you're very, very careful of the things you read and take in about Shedeur. And he was today with RG3. He's hanging out with RG3 at RG3's OT7 7on7 tournament event that's held here in Texas, right up in Waco, not too far from me. But it's it's good to see him out and back at the home front. Probably came home to see his dad, but them and RG3 have a very, very sound relationship, so they always stop by to support each other. Or like this. Or what I'm saying is, you get to see them in their element. And I want to show y'all some of the things that I was talking about when it comes to these articles and stuff, things of this nature. Uh, as you see, I can just search Shedeur Sanders. You see this article here in Marker. Buccaneers general manager explain why they removed Shedeur from their draft list, but signed Shallow. And see, this is from marker.com. That's an AI generated article. Probably none of that information is real. And this is SI Sports Illustrated. This is Fox News. Ex NFL star throws cold water on Shedeur Sanders Brown's starting quarterback hopes. See, that's Fox. And you see the link there. It shows you that's Fox News. And that's a credible article, which I'm sure they're talking about the TJ Houshmandzadeh and him making a comment about somebody in the Browns organization said that they heard that Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel were the top quarterbacks. But what they didn't finish off was what he said after that. What he said after that, he said, yeah, that's what they told me, but that was a little while ago. But as long as Shedeur is producing like he is producing, I don't think that's possible. See, they'll give you the snippet, but not the entire thing. They'll give you something that thinks that'll make a headline, but they didn't finish out the statement. Is what they should have done, was finish out the statement. But just like here, you'll see, and this is just my Shedeur Sanders feed. Here's another article from Marca. Joe Flacco loses his privileged position with the Browns as Shedeur Sanders works to surpass another teammate. Where are we getting this stuff from? And here's the Fox News articles again. And here's another. We can't even pronounce this mess right here. But it's saying Cleveland Browns are gearing up for an intriguing quarterback competition as they head into training camp. Teams have brought in veteran Joe Flacco, who will compete with trade acquisition Kenny Pickett and rookies Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. But the headline is Cleveland Browns Deshaun Watson making major offering to Shedeur Sanders. Come on, man. Y'all got to stop writing and reading this type of crap. And they're all over the internet. Look at this. It's just Browns are one step away from leaving Cleveland. And the team will only bring Shedeur. What the hell? See this, but this is what I'm saying. Y'all got to stop reading this type of crap. It is bad. These people just want clicks. They want get their little change from their little ad placements on their site. But long as Shedeur's name is in the headline, they know people are going to read it. I'm just telling you, be careful of what you read and where you get your information from. And some of the YouTube channels you get your information from use those articles and make videos. And they get a shit ton of clicks because the headlines are popping. The titles are popping. It's something you might say, I might want to check this out. But it's all false. So I'm just telling you to be mindful of what you watch and where you get your information from. Now, this right here, Shedeur Sanders should lose the right to use our roads. He's rich and he can Uber anywhere he might want to go. People shouldn't trust him to take his lead foot off the pedal. From a Miss Justice B. Hill on Shedeur Sanders after speeding citation via the Cleveland.com, which is, you know who that is. Them people. Miss Mary and them, And I didn't even read that article. I saw that yesterday and I'm like, here we go. This is where we're going with these speeding tickets. This is what we're doing with these speeding tickets. They need to stop. It's actually overblown at this point. We have moved on from the tickets. Find something else to write about. You can't keep digging up the tickets. But they have found something else to write about. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. Because I'm going to get out of here, man. Y'all have a good day. I just wanted to educate y'all on that and drop that specific tool so y'all can understand what's going on. But I appreciate y'all for watching. Do not forget to hit the like button hit the subscribe button, and share the video. I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all have a good day. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace.